Hey everyone, you're listening to the PRISM Podcast, episode 5, with your host Juice and my co-host
Mashumaro. Much to meet you, everybody.
Woohoo! Welcome back
Hello.
everyone to the PRISM Podcast. How have you been, Maro?
I have been very, very busy. How have you been, Juice? What have you been up to?
I have been playing a lot of Dead by Daylight.
Oh, God.
Yeah. But recently there was was it last week? I think so. Last weekend, the Valentine Ball. Right? Was it last weekend?
Yeah.
I might have lost track of time.
Last weekend.
Last
Yeah, you're
weekend,
right.
yeah.
You are right.
Damn. Yeah, that was really fun. There was like lots of singing, lots of dancing. It was just really a really, really cute event. And then what else have I been up to? The PRISM magazine dropped like 2 weeks ago. So if you haven't checked that out, please do. I think that was it for me. What about you, Mara?
I have been working really hard. Since I've been on the podcast last, I released a YouTube video. Yeah, I released 2 YouTube videos actually. Sorry, I lied. 2. One is like a long form content, and the other was a cover that I recorded for the Valentine Ball. So I have a cute little lyric video. Other than that, I've just been like working really hard on streams and stuff, and I've got some really exciting things coming up that I guess I'll talk about when we kind of plug what's coming up for us.
Yep.
So yeah, other than that, I've just been in my little editing hidey hole and working on things.
Nice. When was the last time you were on? Who was the guest on your episode? Lex. Oh yeah, that was fun.
That was a good episode.
Yeah. So the things we want to promote before we invite our guest, we have the PRISM magazine, we have Safari Day, which is a RP event hosted by Lala Lala Maid Cafe, which our guest is the host of. And we have a karaoke night, a JJammin karaoke night on April the 4th at 8 p.m. AEDT. And then we have the Materia concert, which is hosted by Toasted Bun on April 5th at 8 p.m. 7 p.m. AEDT. Yeah, AEDT. And then we have the country karaoke night, which is your event with Nook Nook. When was that again?
Which we're hosting on the 26th of April at 6 p.m. AEST, because we'll be in a different thing, and I love daylight savings.
Yeah.
So yeah, we're doing a fun little country karaoke night because Nook and I discovered we both really like country music, and we thought that'd be kind of cool to like do a country night.
Yeehaw.
So yeehaw, my friends.
Yeah. And I can't wait to see everyone at the location, which is where is it again? How do you say that word?
We are hosting it in the saloon in Shaolani. In Satawi town. Oh gosh, that's a mouthful. It's a saloon in Shaolani. It's a very cool little in-game location.
Yeah,
so I can't wait for that. I'm really excited.
Country vibes. And then we have Boulevard Queer, which is end of May. Yeah, so look forward to those events. Alrighty, so without further ado, we will invite our guest on to speak. Everyone, please welcome Frog. Woo! Hi, Frog.
Hey, what's good?
Yo, what's up? How have you been?
Good. I figured you guys have had 4 episodes of some pretty easy, well-behaved guests. So it's time to it's time to get a Lala fella.
Here we go.
It's time for some representation.
It's not just one Lala fella. We see something on your head as well. Who's
I don't know
that?
what you're talking about. I have no idea what you mean.
Oh, okay.
There is no one pulling the strings behind the scenes.
I can see a face though. It kind of reminds me of like Ratatouille. I just
Yeah,
realized.
I was gonna say it's like Ratatouille vibes
Yeah,
today.
that's what I was going for.
Yeah.
She's pulling on my hair underneath the crown.
Oh my god. Alrighty, so for those that are meeting you for the first time, how would you describe yourself and tell us what you've been involved in within the community?
You started with like the hardest question. Fuck me, man. How like I don't know like I think if I didn't first introduce myself as a raider, there's a past version of myself that would kill me. So I'm a warrior player. I'm one half of a duo, I guess, with Quanawana. We run Noblesse Galleria and run multiple venues, and yeah, that's pretty much it.
Wait, so what's Noblesse Galleria?
It's sort of just the name that we put out stuff underneath. So we have a couple GPO studios with a Purpose Spire. We have our Lala Lala Maid Cafe. We have Elysium as our nightclub, and a couple of other things that are here and there.
Oh, yeah, so that's like a umbrella branch kind of company.
Yeah, the overarching company.
Yeah,
That's cool.
That's pretty sick.
All Quana's ideas. it all comes from her. I'm the sort of like the enabler, I guess. You know what I mean?
Oh my god. Alrighty. So it's been actually no. Do you remember how we first met?
I do. Do you
How?
remember how we first met?
I feel like we might have different. I feel like we might have different answers because what I remember is you reaching out to me on Discord.
No, no. We do have different answers. So
Ooh.
the first time that we ever interacted, from my memory, was you were organizing a art event, and you were looking for RKO. But
fuck.
on the Lala Lala Discord, my profile picture is Ark by RKO. So you messaged me thinking that I was Ark, and we're like, hey, would you be interested in joining the event? And I responded back, I think, saying something like, "Oh, I'm sorry, I'm not the person that you're looking for, but color me interested."
Yeah.
Pun intended.
But
and then I drew like an MS Paint image of you
Yeah.
and said, "Here's my submission. Get me in."
Yeah. Oh my god, I remember that. Yeah, it was pretty cool. The art piece he drew for me, and then I shared it with everyone. I shared it with everyone. Oh yeah, now I remember. Yeah, what I was thinking of was when you contacted me to collab for a Purpose Spire.
Yeah, that's the first time that we actually started like properly talking.
Yeah. Oh yeah. But yeah, our first time talking actually was when I mistook you for RKO. Yeah. For those that don't know, RKO is an artist that's usually at Lala Lala. And other cafe events like Chopay. Yeah. When was the first time you met Maro? Is this the first time you're meeting Maro?
This is the first time I've actually interacted with Maro.
Oh.
I was gonna say I know of you. I've heard your name spoken in the venue community.
That's scary.
But so I'll give a bit of background context. So I was a bit of like a furnishing supplier, I suppose, for the community. And helped a little bit with some organizational stuff for venues, more so on the other data centers. But I kind of seated myself in the Materia Materia venue scene, and I had heard about the Lala Lala Maid Cafe and such. But I saw you in Glam Boss.
Yeah, I was going to say that as well. That's we also had conversations for Glam Boss Juice.
Yeah.
In between the Noblesses collab for Perva.
Oh my god, you're so right. But my timeline's so mixed up because I can't remember if that was before or after.
You're
no, that was
before.
Guy. That was before, right? I did Glam Boss.
Jeez, you had a crazy year. I totally understand where you're messed up, bro.
Yeah. Yeah. Shit. Okay.
But yeah, so I'd say like seeing each other would be Glam Boss technically, but this is like the first time we've actually spoken.
Yeah, I remember you complimented my my glam. I did what was it from Yu-Gi-Oh? Fuck, I forgot the name.
You were Dark Magician.
Dark Magician.
Because
yeah.
I was so excited and I picked the reference up straight away that you were Dark Magician.
Dude, I was so happy with that, and I felt so bad because the person who went right after me also did Dark Magician with almost the exact same
I
glam
remember
pieces.
that.
And I was like, dude, I was like stressing. I remember seeing like their glam when I walked in, and I was like, shit, whoever goes first is the one that is gonna like set the bar. Like that was such like a nightmare
the
situation.
most awkward thing ever too when like you walk into a glam competition and somebody else has the exact same idea as you and you're like, please, anything but them going just before me. So like I totally get it. I understand.
That was very funny.
It
was a good time though.
Yeah. Wait, so I just wanted to ask about Glam Boss later. It's been almost 2 years since Materia DC has opened. Well, no, it's been 2 years already. Tell us more about your journey in FF. Like, when did you start playing? Did you play before Materia? And if so, what server were you on?
It's fucking crazy that it's been 2 years. Holy shit. Yeah, so the first time I played Final Fantasy XIV was actually during the closed beta for Realm Reborn. I signed up, and I signed up as a 13-year-old who didn't know what he was doing and somehow got accepted for the PS3 version.
I'm sorry, what?
Yeah, I don't know as well. It was a weird time. All I remember is picking Polgist because I thought it would be funny to go around and punch and kick things. I got very lost in Uldar, and then I tried to go out the front and kill the guards that you see guarding the entrance. I thought it was like Skyrim, where I could just go out and like kill them.
Oh my god.
So every time I see them, there's level 35 guys. I just think of that moment. But I obviously at 13 was not working, so I couldn't really afford to play a subscription game. My parents wouldn't even let me play Club Penguin, so that was like off the books. And then when I started working, I brought the game on Steam, but if you guys think the account management is bad now, back during like Heavensward and Realm Reborn, it was even worse. Like, it was a fucking nightmare. And I lost the password to my account, so that was just gone. Like, I couldn't really play the game anymore. So I got locked out. Then I brought the game back again in Stormblood, forgot that I brought the game, my subscription expired, so I didn't play it. But then I played a game called Nier Automata, and I really loved it, and I wanted more of the story. And then I heard that there was going to be a raid series continuing the story in Final Fantasy XIV, and I was like, well, that works out. You know, I've always wanted to play Final Fantasy XIV, so I guess I'll come back and play for that.
What expansion was that?
That was Shadowbringers. So I started playing. Yeah. I started playing, I guess, like properly, like playing back in Shadowbringers. But yeah, I remember I put off doing the Nier raids for as long as possible because in my mind that was what got me to start playing the game. And once I completed that goal, I wanted something else that would keep me playing past like what I originally intended. And that's why I'm still here today.
Nice. Mara, do you have anything else you want to add to that?
Not really, no. Like, it's just so interesting to me, because I've explained this a few times that I'm still a baby to the realm of FF. You know, I started playing in 2023. It's coming up my 2-year anniversary of playing FF. So, like, it's always interesting to me to hear people be like, "Oh yeah, I've been playing since the beta," and I'm like, but yeah, like I agree. Like the raid series, the Nier Automata raid series was incredible. If you haven't done it, this is your sign to please go and do it.
It's so good.
And or just play Nier Automata. They're both a good.
You should play Nier Automata first for sure. Such a good game.
Yeah, so it's exciting to hear that, you know, like that's, you know, part of the reason why you came back and look where it is now. Look where it has led you. You are here. You are still a part of the Materia data center. And it's so great.
But yeah, you were asking as well, before Materia, I was on Primal Exodus, I'm pretty sure. I picked Exodus because I thought it sounded cool. That was the only reason. I didn't want to pick JP because I was worried that there'd be like too many non-English speakers, and I wanted to get like an MMO experience where I could like actually like socialize with people. I didn't know that there was such like a big English speaking population on the JP servers, or else I
Yeah.
probably would have gone there.
Yeah, I think I started on. So I started in Realm Reborn, but I didn't really start playing properly until Stormblood. Um, I started on Famfrit. What data center is that?
Oh, Famfrit is also Primal, I'm pretty sure.
Primal? Oh yeah, I started on
Yeah.
Famfrit. I don't know why. I can't remember why. I think my friends started on Famfrit and I just joined them. Um, but then I heard about the OCE community that was on JP Elemental Tonberry. So then when I came back to play properly in Stormblood, that's when I moved. Well, I didn't move. I made a new character on Tonberry. Yeah. Um, well, yeah, that was me. So Kwana Wana and your Kwana Wana, Kwana Wana and yourself are the hosts
Yep.
of Lala Lala Maid Cafe. Could you tell us more about what the venue is like, how it started? So what was like the inspiration behind it, and how do you think it stands out from other venues in Materia?
Oh fuck. Okay. So I wasn't around when Lala Lala. Actually, no. I guess I kind of was. So I wasn't involved in Lala Lala when it first started. When Lala Lala first opened, Kwana was in my static, so I forced the static to take a night off and come to Lala Lala. And then slowly I sort of started coming involved. I did Gamba first. I would run death rolls, if anyone remembers me running death rolls at Lala Lala. And then Kwana's first, I guess, manager quit playing the game, and she needed someone to help out with things. And I was already talking to her like daily, so I was like, I guess I'll help. Like, I don't know. And then one thing led to another, and I'm I guess like helping run things full time now. Um, it started off as a normal cafe where you go in, order some food, and sit down. And it has slowly but surely evolved into a massive RP experience type thing where we are continuously trying to throw ideas and keep things interesting and keep people entertained, hopefully, through our schizophrenic ideas. And I hope that when people come, they are entertained.
Could you elaborate what you mean by schizophrenic ideas?
So I guess how Lala Lala differentiates from other venues and from other cafes, I would say, is that we are a service-based venue. Everything that we offer in Lala Lala could be described as a service. Even the food. We don't sort of stop at just like trading people the food and then like that's it. We try and do like a full RP experience of you come, you sit down, you get a food item placed in front of you, you have a Lala Maid, take your order, and we try and make it as sort of immersive and fun as possible, and we try and make it so that the money that you spend, you get something for that's not just like an item in your inventory that you're just going to consume once.
I actually really like that. I've never actually experienced that kind of RP at a cafe until I went to Lala Lala. Like actually placing the item on the table as a housing furnishing, and like instead of just trading it and be like, yeah, enjoy, you actually have to make room in your housing like slots for these like items for every table. So I was wondering like do you have like a prepared allocated amount for that kind of stuff, or do you like just on the fly remove like if there's not enough space, just remove an item from somewhere else and then just place what someone has ordered on the table? Like how much preparation really goes into Lala Lala?
Oh my god, how much preparation goes into Lala Lala. When Kwanawana first said to me, like, oh, I have an idea, let's place the food down in front of people and do like an actual service. I don't think either of us had any idea of like how involved that actually is and the logistics behind it, because oh my god, so much has gone into like making everything work. But yeah, we do have reserved furnishing slots. It is not a capped out venue. We generally try and keep the amount of food that people are being served contained as well. On some nights, we've had all the furnishing be placed already and be ready to be taken out. But also, this is a venue that can only be ran in like an FC plot because you need people who can move the housing items around as well.
Yeah.
So whoever is doing that needs to also be part of the FC and have like an alt ready to do that. So it's there's a lot going on a night to actually properly set up all the systems and get everything running and to train everybody took months. Like it was a very, very, very involved process.
So sorry, I had another question. Like, imagine the scenario where a huge amount of people, like hundreds of people, come into your venue and every single one of them like orders a set of like, I don't know, 5 food. Like, okay, so how would you handle that situation?
Describing it absolutely no. This is like what my nightmares are. Good question. It's because we have limited seats. It's all sort of figured out in the situation that there would be people coming that can't be seated. We would, I guess, we'd put them off to the side, but it hasn't actually had to happen yet. I don't think we've hit a point where we've been like, shit, there's no furnishing slots. I think we would take furnishing slots from somewhere that people can't see, maybe, so that we can make room for more food. We would just figure things out on the fly.
Yeah.
But yeah, if you go into the venue, a little behind the scenes thing is that the flower pots on the tables are for reserved tables for guests that are coming and for tables that aren't yet served.
That's
so
cool.
Removing that also gives us an additional slot.
I didn't know that. That's cool. I just had an idea. Don't mind me. You don't have to actually listen to this idea or not. But like, imagine like all the seats are taken in all the tables, and then there's like, I don't know, 20 other people that's waiting to be seated, I guess. In real life, I feel like people like, so you have your reserved tables and then you have walk-ins. So if you're a walk-in, usually people the receptionist would tell you, come back at like 5:30 or something like that. I don't know. Or
Are you telling them to put in like an actual booking
yeah,
system?
yeah.
Well, we had that. That was a thing for the first opening. We actually did book VIPs for the people who we really wanted to come and have experienced the RP thing. We had them reserve tables just in case we got too busy. But past the opening, that hasn't really happened. Like, I don't know, maybe it's just like a freak coincidence, but we've never actually had a problem. Like, we've always had good numbers and good openings, but we've never ran out of spots. I guess it's just the well-designed venue, maybe, I don't know. Yeah. But I think we would direct people over to Gamba. We would send them to the Gamba table if it was full as well.
So you have, I remember you have Gamba from Chai, right? Chai Dynasty. You have artists as well that people can commission. So what other activities do you offer at Lala Lala? Is it just those two?
So it varies from opening to opening, but we also have commissioned EMS, which is Eorzea mail services, so that you can send mail within the venue to different people.
That's cool.
Yeah, just a whole bunch of different services. I think we try and have everything be a service, whether it be like a G-Post commission or an art commission or an RP service. I think that's sort of how we differentiate ourselves and keep everything like running well. I guess is the best way I would put it, because I know I'm not gonna name names or talk shit, but I know there's a lot of popular venues where people are just going to and just AFKing. And to me, if we had a maxed out capacity venue of people just AFKing around and doing nothing, that still wouldn't be a good opening, because I would rather people be involved and doing something. if we have, you know, like 60 to 70 people come, but I can see that they're all interacting and all doing something and all having a good time, that to me is like, oh shit, we did something good, you know, like we made something successful. That's what makes me happy.
That's cool. Yeah, I get that. It's the I guess immersiveness of the event that really makes people interact with each other. That really is the reason why it's so fun and memorable. That makes it, I guess, worth it. Instead of just AFKing. I mean, AFK venues are okay. They're
fine.
have
like they're popular for a reason.
Yeah.
Like I'm not going to talk shit about AFK venues. Like it's to each their own. You know, it just depends on what you're trying to run. Like there's plenty of good ones. But for what we're trying to run, like I'm so happy with what we created. I guess.
Yeah, I really enjoy Lala Lala. It's one of the venues in Materia that I often go to every opening, just because it appeals to me. Have you been to Lala Lala, Maro?
I feel like I always miss the nights that they're open.
Oh, okay.
Because like, what nights are you guys normally open?
We open once a month on a Friday usually, and
Yeah, that is probably why.
it's with how involved everything is, and with like
Yeah, of
how
course.
long each opening takes to plan, and as much staff as we need. It would be like I think it would be mental destroying for both of us to run it any more frequent than once a month. Even on that once a month, we're just like, fuck, man. Like, it was fun, but thank God we're not doing that for another month.
Yeah, of course. It is exciting though, because I know that those like Maid Cafe RP style services are a big thing on the Japanese data centers. So I suppose it's exciting, I guess, to have something here on our data center. And I mean, I love it. I love Maid Cafes as it is. So there's actually a convention here in Australia that has a maid cafe at the convention, and I have every time I've been to the convention, I always book the maid cafe. So you know, it's good that that's something that's on offer in FF, and I think that's like why I suppose your venue is a standout. Because it's like, yeah, it's extra, and I kind of agree. Like, yes, AFK venues are, you know, popular for a reason, but you know, it's always a lot more fun when there's, you know, actually a chance to get involved. And I don't know, maybe that's because like I'm a nerd and I like looking into how things run, but I appreciate it like 10 times more if I can see like that sort of effort put in. And yeah, I was gonna ask if your venue was an FC plot.
Yeah, it is.
Large?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Of course,
Right, I was
large.
gonna say,
Go big or go home.
please tell me you're not trying to do it in a small venue.
Oh my god.
No, it did start as a medium.
Oh, okay.
But we moved to a large, I think 3 or 4 openings in.
Ah, okay, good. I was gonna say, yeah, if you guys are doing that in a small, you are game.
Oh yeah, it like I think small venues are nice. Like I do like going to small venues, especially when they're well designed. But man, like they get crowded and they get cramped very, very quickly.
Yeah.
I don't know if you guys have been to the small ramen venue. I think they closed now.
In Zurban?
And what was it called? Do you remember what it was called?
No, but I know who runs it. It's Sarah Rose. I talk with them often. They have like a couple of venues that they run in small. Sure.
The house was in Kugane. It was a small plot. And it was like a couple that was opening it, and one of them was like an artist, I think. I don't know if you guys have been to that one.
I think it might have been Sarah Rose, but I'm not sure. I know she was running a lot of things. Shout out Sarah Rose.
But yeah, I think the size of the house, I mean, it is helpful to have a large house, but I think sometimes the size of a house has like its own charm. Like the ramen one I went to, it was so intimate. I really enjoyed it. Yeah, some
Yeah, for
venues.
sure.
Yeah, some
You just have
venues.
to know how to play it, I guess.
Yeah, I think Lala Lala being in a large one makes perfect sense. Because of how like you even have like a bard stage there performing, um, a bard band. So yeah, like yeah, it makes sense to have a large house. Um, Alrighty. Oh wait, I wanted to ask another question because you were talking about your staff. So do you have a team? And if so, um, who's responsible for what when preparing events, and are there any challenges that you often face?
So we we have a staff team, but we don't really have positions, if that makes sense. Like everyone, like I guess like we have our barding group that we contact like frequently and stuff like that. But everyone else is sort of just a Lala Maid that we hire, and we try and put a decent amount of focus on them as well. Like we if you've seen the Polaroids, we have like signatures for them and stuff, and we take like G poses of them, and we have them on the card and everything. So we try and make it like when you get a maid, that like they are a maid. Like we don't want to put focus on it just being like, oh, this is Frog and Quana's venue. You know, like
Mm.
we want people to also come for the maids. But as for organizing everything, it's just me and Quana doing everything.
Ooh, damn. James and no, I'm kidding.
Huh?
James and is it Jesse from Pokemon?
Not the Team Rocket reference.
Well, how does
Lettuce
the
is
how does the
our,
theme
is our
go?
meow.
Yeah,
Oh,
I forgot how it goes.
really? You made me
Um,
pull out the Team Rocket theme, the
I don't
motto.
remember,
prepare
man.
for
That's been
trouble and make it
years.
double, something like that.
I
Yes.
think that's a good way of describing it, actually.
Yeah, kind of what you guys
So there
remind
you
me of.
go. There you go. Sorry, we're kind of unintentionally giving you an idea for a theme night at the Maid Cafe.
Mm.
Pokemon.
Pokemon. I'll
Shit,
be there.
we've been buying a lot of Pokemon cards, so maybe
You know,
Oh,
that's been the recent ADHD addiction.
I actually
relatable.
I just realized every opening at Lala Lala has a different theme, which is really cool. Like same thing as
Yeah,
Alhambra, I think. Like you both have so there are events out there that are consistent and like open weekly, but I think the benefit of opening monthly is you get to um you know make it a bit more interesting by having different themes and different activities going on. So yeah, that's what another thing that I really enjoy about La 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 is the different themes every opening.
yeah. And
Yeah.
similar to what Amako was saying for the original Alhambra, how she was changing around the venue for every opening, we also try and do the same. Each opening is themed, even if it's just changing the colors around or changing the G pose set, like at the top of the thing. We try and have every opening be different. Like whenever you enter the venue, it will be changed around a little bit.
Yeah, that's really cool. Alrighty, so my next question was, you're also involved in other venues such as Triple Crown Fight Club, Otter Lantern Bathhouse, Elysium, and Nightmare, which is closed now, nightclub, and maybe more that I don't know of. So, what is it like to be involved in multiple venues, and how many of them do you actually manage?
That's a really good question. Shit, yeah. Yeah. So we run a lot of venues, and mostly it's just Kwana's ADHD shifting and her messaging me, being like, "I have a new idea. We're gonna run this." And I'm like, "Okay, all right, sounds good." But yeah. We try and we've opened a lot of stuff in the past. We just try and see what we like. I guess we try and keep things running. Try and change things up. A lot of those haven't been opened in a long time, and we should probably get around to opening them again. But yeah, it's just sort of fun to try different things. I
Mm,
guess like I wanted to know what it would be like running a bathhouse, what it would be like running an AFK venue, what it
yeah.
would be like running a club, running an 18+ club. Like I wanted to get experience in like seeing what each of them ran like, because I guess I got really interested in the venue scene. Like yeah, I just wanted to try as much as possible, and we had the opportunity to try a whole bunch of different things.
You know what's the craziest idea that I think you guys have done?
What? There's been a lot, so I'm very interested to hear
Like-
which one it is.
I think Fight Club is one of them, but the craziest, the craziest is the car wash.
Okay, yeah.
Oh
yeah.
my gosh,
So
the car wash.
Could you tell us more about that, please?
Okay, so that started off as a joke with me, Quana, and Lettuce, and we were sitting in one of the AFK bathhouses, and this was when, for like a month, Materia became obsessed with bathhouses for some reason. I don't know where it came from, but there was like 3 or 4 bathhouses opening at once, and then they were like, "Oh, we should open a bathhouse as well," and I was like, "Man, there's enough bathhouses. We should open up a car wash, so it's a bathhouse for mounts," and then. Like, I feel like there was just, like, 5 seconds of silence before they were like, alright, let's do it. And then, like, that night, we set up the car wash, and we had people come through with their mounts, and we would RP wash all of their mounts. And the joke was that it would only open up whenever there was 3 or more bathhouses open at once. And that hasn't happened for a while. But it would only pop up under those conditions. It's like getting a rare spawn, you know? If 3 venue organizers decide to open up their bathhouses, the car wash is coming alive.
Oh my gosh.
It was really fun though. We had a lot of people come through.
Was this before the water emote came out, or was it after?
It was.
Oh, damn.
tragic! I didn't even think of that. That is actually
Wait,
tragic.
hang on. Did you guys? Was your car wash in? Was it the Goblet?
Yes. Yes.
I
were.
went to that with one of my mounts.
You got what mount did you get washed?
I had a gilded Mikoshi. I got my gilded Mikoshi washed.
I think I remember.
Everyone called me a big spender.
Did we say you were gonna tip well?
I think I cannot remember if I tipped or not. I feel bad now.
Yeah, that was a good time. That was really fun. I do kind of miss that. Yeah, we had a lot of people come through a lot of different mounts, and a lot of people really enjoyed that.
Could you?
But then,
oh, sorry.
I saw someone in NA also opened up a car wash. They did like a cat girl car wash thing.
Oh, of course, the cat
Girl
girls.
car wash.
Yeah, we were like, shit.
Damn.
We were so close, and they got popular on Twitter off it too.
Damn.
Oh, damn.
Maybe you should like make it more.
Yeah, if we made it more risky, we would have gotten popular.
Damn.
Shit.
Fun girl car wash? Am I
Fun
hearing that
girl?
correctly?
So unfortunately, I wasn't able to. I don't think I even knew about it, but at that time. But yeah, I wasn't at the car wash, but I did hear about it after. Could you tell me like how it actually went down? Like, did you just wash the cars, or did you have like different like options? I don't know, like waxing, or I don't know, like I don't know.
Yeah,
how does it
yeah.
go?
We didn't ask for any gil or anything. We just we glitched like a desk at the front where I would stand on my ult and take people's orders and ask them to line up, and then we'd send them through to the different car wash bays. We had like 3 car wash bays, and we had this outdoor furnishing item. It's like the flare, the mine flare. I think it is, and it would spit out water, or the Atmos. I think I can't remember, but it's like a sprinkler that you can get, and we would turn the sprinklers on and off to like water the cars, and we would RP cleaning them in different ways depending on what they were. Like we would like wax the cars, we would shine them. Yeah, we would clean like the chocobos and stuff.
Damn.
But we tried to make it funny. It was a big shit post. It was very fun.
I wish you guys would open that again sometime. Like, I know you said like it has to be when 3 bathhouses are open at the same time.
All right, bathhouse venue
We could
owners,
just
you know
do
what
it.
you need to do.
Everyone needs to collude to summon it. No, we can just do it again. We could just organize another car wash opening. Like that is something that could definitely happen.
It's not just the car wash that is people have been asking for, but people have been asking for Triple Crown Fight Club to come back, right?
Yup, a lot. Everyone that attended that keeps asking for it to come back, and yeah, that's another one we have to do again. But oh my god, that was another very involved venue.
So could you tell us more about that, because I haven't been to that before.
So that was a back when Materia first opened up for Voyages. Something that we had come was Hershey's Fight Club, and they were a Lala running a Lala Fight Club. and we went to that. Well, I went to that, and I thought it was really funny. And we were like, damn, we kind of want that to be open more often on Materia. Like, we want Materia's version of that to, like, keep going. So I got in contact with the person who ran it. I was like, hey, can we run a branch of, like, the way you run the Fight Club, but in OCE? And they were super down for it. They were like, yeah, I'll teach you how to run it. I'll give you tips. I'll, like, help you guys out. So we did our own sort of Lala Lala opening in semi-collaboration with them for a Fight Club. And how it worked was, it was basically like, it was death rolls out of 5, and whoever got higher would have their attack go through, and then it would take from the other person's health. And then when they went down, they had like a chance to get back up. And we would RP each attack. Like, I was on the commentary desk, like saying different moves that they were doing and stuff, and trying to create like a storyline out of it. Basically what Elixir does at the death roll battles at the end, yeah, how he sort of like shoutcasts it like it's a fight, but much faster, I guess. Like, it was as fast as possible, thinking of things like off the top of my head. It was really involved. For those 3 hours that we were open, I felt like I was like super focused on just typing.
Damn.
It was a lot of fun.
I mean, I'd be keen to go to that. If they came back, I'd be keen. I'd be down.
You know, they actually added like a boxing ring furnishing into the game.
I know, and we worked so hard to make this really cool looking boxing ring, and now it's just an item for it.
They just knew. They were like, here, let's help them out.
There's been so many things like that where, like, man, if we were like 2 months later, this would have been like fucking perfect.
Yeah,
it's very funny.
I was like thinking, like, how do you make it like a fighting event in a house? Like, first thing I would think of is PvP, but then the death roll thing, like, I can just imagine it, and it really like makes sense. Like, it works, like the RP part of it. So that brings me to my next question. What is it about like venues that you enjoy most? Is it the RP experience, the ways of making gil, the people you meet, or the process of managing venues and making events? Like, what's in it for you?
I guess it's a bit of everything. It's been fun to play such a social game. I've never played a social game like this before, where I've been like making friends with people and like being part of a community. So it's been really fun to like get more involved with that, I guess. I really like the people who come and frequent our venues. Like, they do feel like friends. It's just sort of something fun to do, I guess, on the side with Kwana in between when we were raiding and stuff like that. Also, making money is like really good. I love making money. Love gil. Yeah, trying to like, it's not always a margin for success for like a like fun opening, but we always want to try and make as much money as possible, just because it's like, I don't know, I guess it's like a self-competition thing. Like, we always want it to be self-sustaining. That's something that we always strive for, and that's been fun for me. I've put like a ton of research and a ton of time into trying to make things make money.
yeah. I've been learning. I've been learning. But yeah, before so as someone who hosts events, and often gives away gil and prizes and sometimes Mog Station stuff, as incentives, and so people can come and have fun. It's I usually, like, for the last year or so, my events were kind of sponsored by other people, because I used to make gil by doing housing commissions, and I would use that money to fund my events. But not everyone's looking for a house or design for their house, so and sometimes I don't have the time, so for me, making Go is very slow. So I've been learning ways of how to make Go from venues, and from like, submarines and whatever, to, fund my own events. But I do appreciate when other people sponsor. So another question for me was, have anyone ever come forward to you or Kwana to collaborate on any events, whether with like Lala Lala or Elysium or Aperva?
That's a good question. I feel like we're always the ones reaching out. I don't know if anyone has ever contacted us and been like, "Hey, do you want to collab?" I think we usually initiate it. Well, we know like pretty much everyone in the venue scene, so it's easy for us to sort of reach out. But I don't think anyone's ever reached out and been like, "Hey, do you want to do something together?"
Yeah.
Sorry, I'm just.
We'd be down. We'd be down for sure. I think if people wanted to like figure something out, but I feel like every collaboration has sort of happened naturally. Like it's been people that we've been friends with or been involved already with, and we've been like, hey, like now, like, do you guys want to like figure something out? I think you might be the only person who we outright contacted that we didn't have contact with for an event.
That's actually insane that I'm the only person. What? Because
yeah,
because before I met you and Kwana, I wasn't really in the venue scene at all. Actually, like, did you like? Is that crazy? I don't know.
Yeah, it is. We sort of we were aware of you, but we didn't really know what you were like, I guess, if that makes sense. Like, we didn't know if you would be down or like what your personality was like or anything.
So what was it that made you jump the gun and send me that DM?
I guess because we had contact through Glamboss, so we were aware of each other, I guess. And then we were opening up the new Aperva studio. Yeah. And we were trying to think of ways to get the community more involved because actually I can't say why. Never mind. Ignore me on that. But we wanted to get the word out as much as possible, and I suggested to Kwana maybe we reach out to you because I know that you were really involved in the glam community.
Oh, okay. Right, because your right. So our collab for Aperva Spire had like a G pose and a glamour competition. So yeah, that makes sense. But you know what? That event introduced me to like, because I didn't really know how to G pose before that, and I still kind of don't. But that event,
your G poses are good. Like even when you were just posting things, like what you were posting was really good. Like you know what you're doing, at least to like an artistic degree. Like maybe you don't know how to use the tools properly, but like you definitely know what you're doing from like a composition like type perspective, I guess.
But like after seeing how you guys like, do G poses and like learning from Kwana, I feel like I learned so much, and there's just so much that goes into G poses, not just getting the angles right and your characters centered, but the in-game tools like lighting and rotation and zooming in, and what's that rule you told me about, the
rule of thirds?
Rule of thirds. Yeah.
I'm stupid with that too. Kwana tells me off for that all the time.
Yeah, like I ever since the event that we did together, like that kind of introduced me to this whole new side of G posing, which I really enjoy and I'm grateful for.
That's good to hear. I really enjoy G posing too. It was fun to learn. I also learned from Kwana. She taught me too. But yeah, it's been fun to have that tool to be creative with, I guess. Like that's been my favorite part. Because like when I was young, I taught myself Photoshop and like video editing because I wanted a way to like get ideas out of my head, I guess. Like
Yeah.
if I thought of something, I wanted a way to like create what was in my head. So to have GPOs as an avenue for that within Final Fantasy is something I really enjoy as well.
And to have like a whole like venue, well, not really a venue, what is it, business, I don't know, that's
Studios.
Yeah, studios specifically for GPOs, which was really cool. Like my first time going to a GPOs venue or studio was the Aperva Spire ones. So like I said, I was never involved. Well, not never, but I wasn't really involved in the venue scene. So yeah, that's why I was surprised of how we kind of like got off. And like you said, you just messaged me because you did Glam Boss. But yeah, it's still surprising that I'm the only one. Yeah, am I the only one?
Yeah, I think so. I mean, Kwana can correct me if I'm wrong, but I don't think anyone else has reached out directly for a collab.
I think collaborations are really fun. I think I've seen a couple on Materia, like, you know, with nightclubs and stuff. But I'll deal with that. That's another question later down. But yeah, I think yeah, I'd be down to. We already have a collaboration coming up soon, the Safari Day.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm always down to collaborate with you guys and other people and do some crazy stuff.
Juice, do you think the reason people aren't reaching out is because they're scared of us? Are we scary?
They might be scared of you taking their ankles out.
Oh, maybe,
Oh my
I guess. Yeah. Being a Lala does have that advantage. Scariest race in the game.
Oh my god. I'm actually a Lala now too. But I don't think
Oh, yeah.
Everybody's becoming Lala fells.
I feel like in between patch, everyone switches to Lala, and then on patch, everyone will switch back.
I'm actually so tempted to switch back to my cat boy.
You watch 7.2, Juice will be a cat boy.
Yeah.
Oh my god. Alrighty. So, okay, next question. We can't talk about venues without mentioning venue drama.
Yippee! I love drama! Yippee!
So-
I'm an old woman. I love gossip.
What is your take on drama surrounding venues and its impact on the venue scene? Do you think people enjoy the drama, or do you think it's something that is detrimental to the scene and kills venues?
I think it's momentarily very fun. I think that is the most entertaining a venue can be. It's involved in drama. I think that gets people outside the community involved very briefly, but I think in the long term it definitely does hurt venues. And I think a lot of recent drama within the community has killed off a lot of different things, unfortunately. Like, the venue scene was definitely more alive like 6 months ago than it is now. Which is unfortunate, but like the brief nuclear drama that Materia was having with venues was very fun for people within the scene. But the problem was that people from outside the scene were hearing about it, getting really interested and being like, "Oh, I wonder what it is," and then having it be sort of nothing for them. Like, they realized that like it was gossip that was like interesting if you knew the people or knew the context or were within the scene. But then it was blown up to be something that it wasn't, and then when people heard what it actually was, they were sort of disappointed, and then thought less of venues for the drama, I guess, is my take on it.
What do you think, Mara, of drama and venues?
I mean, if it's anything to do with like business, like there's always going to be drama. But I agree. It's kind of like, you know, in the moment it seems kind of funny and like everybody loves it when there's tea, but it is, at the end of the day, it's like it's harmful because it's publicity. Like, it's negative publicity. You know, with anything, you know, there's always going to be drama because it's, you know, everybody's an individual, different personalities, but yeah, no, the drama is very hurtful. It's like a landmine. You're just kind of waiting for it to go off.
Speaking of drama, I have a venue idea that I've been trying to make happen for a long time that sort of plays off of that, but I just haven't been able to get it to work. So I wanted to talk about it here so that it's out in the public, and that if anyone can help me, then please get in contact. I for a long time have been trying to get a Materia court. I want 2 people in game to sue each other.
Me up.
I want 2 people to sue each other in an RP court. I want.
Sign me up.
Can you imagine if in the PF you saw like this person in court, at this time, like you were showing the fuck up. Like it doesn't matter what's going on for that day. Like,
I got a venue for you. Sign me up.
Oh my god.
I got a large house we can use. We can build like holding cells in the underground. We can have like the judge chambers upstairs. Like we can make this work.
Oh, we already have the venue for it. We have the venue. We have the Discord. The problem is getting the case. I have nothing to lose. Fuck it. I'll talk about it. I really, really, really was pushing and wanted Suckden versus Duckden for copyright infringement. I was trying to get copyright infringement. And I offered 50 million gil to the victor by jury vote, and they said no. So, you know what? I'll put it out publicly. If anyone knows or can convince them to go through with it, I am still, at any time, down to follow up on that. Fuck it.
Oh my god. That's crazy. No, I'm kidding. I love it. I love that idea.
Dude, but it would be fun. Like, it doesn't even have to be, like, real drama. Like, it could just be anything. Like, it would just be entertainment. Like, that would be, like, that would put Materia on the map. I feel like that is, like, no one's done that before.
I actually have a case that I could put forward. I want to sue Renzo for living in my houses and not paying rent for 2 years.
Oh, we're suing for rent money. Okay. We should start just like a Judge Judy thing, just like petty shit.
That's what I mean.
This guy fucked up my raid prog.
Oh my god.
I'd love to see that. I'd love to be what are they called? The people, huh?
In the gallery? You just like to sit in the gallery and watch?
Is it the jury? Like the people
the ones that vote on
you want to be a juror?
Who's right?
Yeah, like you have no choice to go and
so the idea is, the Discord giveaway bot? I would have people sign up and then have 12 winners, and then whoever wins is on the jury, so that it's like random, like a real jury thing.
Oh, jury duty.
Yeah, jury duty.
Dude, if it happens, like I have so many like good ideas, and I have so many people who have like been like, I'm willing to be involved in it and like be a lawyer or be a judge or be whatever you want, but we just need a case.
I want to be the court transcriptionist. Like I want to be the person.
Oh, we were looking for one.
Typewriter.
Oh,
please.
That would be
I love
perfect.
taking minutes.
All right, I'll remember that. We had someone else in mind for that, but they were kind of on the fence with if they wanted to be involved or not.
Count me in. Count me in.
Damn, did we just solidify this idea? I'm kidding.
That's what I want.
Really
That's why I'm putting it out in the. That's why I'm putting it out. I want people to help, because I can't run it just like on my own. Like it's like fucked. Not. Like the amount it's so involved. It would be the most involved thing like in the game to get working, but like goddamn, I'd be willing to do it.
So it's not just venue drama, it's like anything, right?
No, anything, yeah.
Yeah,
I'd be willing to host like real drama in there, but like it could be like joke drama too.
Oh gosh.
Raid drama. The worst.
Exactly. Imagine you get out a raid with 2 raiders and they're like, fuck it, I'm suing you. Like,
oh my god.
I'm serving you papers.
Yeah.
That'd be so oh my gosh, that's hilarious.
Yeah, I'd love to see hear more about that in the future if you do go through with it. But Mara's keen, so you already got someone else on board.
Yeah.
All right, so my next question. This is going to be a bit off FF. Alrighty, so you're someone who likes to go to music festivals and concerts. Is there anything from your experience at these events that you think could elevate events in FF? At venues such as like nightclubs and bar stages, like something that makes perfect sense in real life, but wouldn't really make sense in FF at first glance.
How do you know that? What the fuck? I didn't know what I'm doing IRL.
I have.
This is scary.
I have secret intel.
What? This is terrifying. I feel like what? How
Juice
did you know
I
always
have
that?
knows.
eyes everywhere.
That's a good question. I don't know. It's sort of it's hard to implement real things into venues without it being kind of corny, I guess.
Yep.
Like I think I hate VIP sections in game. I think they're the fucking worst thing on the planet. Especially because when I first went to a venue, like my first ever time going to a venue, I walked into an area and they're like, "Hey, you can't be here." And I was
Yeah.
like, "What?" I just want to walk around the house and see it. Like, chill, dude. It's still a video game. Like, just let me walk around. So I think things like that, they just don't translate well into FF. Um, Fuck it, let's do like a mosh pit. Let's have an artist willing to perform on like Discord or something, and we just have like a massive dance floor and we have everyone like going crazy or some shit.
That
That'd
would
be
be sick.
cool.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I don't know. Yes, that's a good question. I guess that that is kind of weird. Like IRL, like I do sort of pay attention to places that I go and wonder like and get like venue ideas from them and like stuff like that. But I don't know if there's anything right now that we're missing yet. Like there hasn't been a moment where I've been like, oh shit, like we really should be doing this.
For me, like the events that I host, we do a lot of like singing stuff. So I really take a lot of inspiration from, real life musicals and concerts, and just how things are done behind the scenes. Like I try to, I take what I can to make it as close to that experience as possible. In Final Fantasy XIV, and for example, the Valentine Ball. Like at first, I thought it was kind of, what's the word? Like, cause you can't actually dance with people the same way that you do in real life at a ball. Like slow
Yeah, it doesn't
dance.
sync up.
Yeah, it
Yeah,
doesn't
yeah,
sync
yeah.
up. Slow dancing or like actual waltzing, like it's not like it wouldn't look right in FF, but I don't know. I was just playing around with the idea and imagining it and thinking like I don't know, maybe just doing dance routines like every song everyone does this dance, like Thav dance, next song everyone does Flame dance, next song everyone does Bee's Knees. And at the ball when people did it, it didn't even look that bad. It looked
No, it looked good.
Yeah.
It worked really well.
yeah, like I don't know, just just trying out how things are done in real life and just taking it as inspiration for me. Sometimes, or not sometimes, most of the time works. So for like music, like concerts and stuff, I'm imagining, so you said like VIP rooms and VIP sections, whatever. You don't like that.
Yeah,
And I
no,
get
I
that.
don't.
Mosh pits, I actually can imagine that, and I think that's a really good idea.
Valentine Ball 2 will have a mosh pit. You heard it here first. Next Valentine's Day,
Oh
Mosh
we are
pit.
throwing down.
Okay.
I'll see you there.
What's another really cool idea that I can think of for like music stuff? Let's see. Do you have any ideas, Mara?
For like music events specifically,
Ooh.
or like events in general?
Like music events, because we both do that.
Oh,
Or maybe events
I
in general.
I've been like so for those who don't know, I have my own venue that I never opened. I was supposed to open it, and then life just got heckin' busy. So I'm kind of more like in the background of the venue scene. Like I sponsor quite a few things. Um, but for the longest time, like I was building my venue because I worked with the Opulence team when they had their venue, and I really liked the high class, like, fine dining experience with Gamba and live band. So that's kind of something that I was thinking of doing for a while. But in terms of like new and fresh ideas, there's nothing that really comes to mind for me at this very point in time.
I
Okay.
do miss Opulence.
I miss Opulence too. That's actually one of the venues that I only went to, and Spice, before I was into the venue scene. What I was gonna say, for the music concert stuff, Frog, the proximity voice chat.
Oh my god, that is
Yeah.
the greatest thing to ever come out in FF. This is like a new game. It's like Final Fantasy XIV 2 came out. Holy shit. It is the best.
Yeah.
Dude, I had it since it came out, but like no one was really using it. And then like I noticed that in like the public voice room that there was like someone like in the voice chat, and I was like, holy shit. And I went behind them and just like shouted their name, and they like turned around and was like, what the fuck?
Yeah.
That was like one of the greatest like experiences, to be able to like talk to someone in the game. Like felt like so bizarre. I can't wait. I really hope that it becomes like a commonplace thing. It's going to be an absolute disaster for sure. Like there is going to be so much shit that will come of it.
Yeah.
But like god damn, like that is so fun to me.
Yeah, yeah, because especially since it's unmoderated, right? But
that's the scary part. Is you can't report it to anywhere.
Yeah.
Like
I think that's also important why it has like a private room and stuff like that. But I was just like, the reason why I brought it up was because imagine how immersive it would be when you have that proximity effect at like, I don't know, a live bard band performance, and as soon as you enter the house it's like really quiet, and then you walk, and then you make your way into the front of the stage, and then suddenly it's just like all in your ears. I feel like that but I mean, like, obviously bard band, that already happens in game, but if you're doing something like a singing performance where it's utilizing that proximity voice chat plugin, like for karaoke events or singing performances during, I don't know, community events like the Materia Awards, I feel like it's just another step forward into
it's a social
RP
game.
immersion. Yeah. It's just it's wild.
Yeah, someone who grew up on games with proximity voice chat, like Rust and Gmod, this game getting proximity voice chat is like an absolute dream come true. Especially for someone who just like loves fucking around and trolling. Like it's so good.
I was just like looking through my notes because I swear that I had something written down for a venue idea with some friends of mine from European data centers. We talked about the idea of creating a venue space, more of like a bit like when we were doing, Late Mate Live. It was like a studio. So my friends and I were talking about the idea of doing a D&D campaign, but it's all done through FF. So like we do the dice roll in game, we do all that in game, and
That's
we
cool.
just never worked out the logistics of how to make it look cool. A bit like Critical Role for those who watch Critical Role. And yeah, we just never got around to it because they're just busy doing their own thing, and I'm busy doing my thing. But with the proximity voice chat, that would work even better.
Yeah.
But yeah, just like that sort of concepty stuff. But the game's ever changing and ever developing, so
We're getting speech bubbles now
who
too.
knows?
Oh, officially?
It's amazing.
Yeah, officially.
Oh, it's 7.2?
I'm
Or
not
like soon.
sure.
I think it's
TM.
7.2.
7.2? Damn, okay.
That's good. Oh my god. To not have to hide that anymore and have that just be able to just like be out in the open. Yeah, like, thank god. That needed to be in the game like ages ago, man. Holy.
Yeah. Alrighty. We'll move on to the next question. You have a cat, Roa, and recently you
Yes.
just adopted another kitten. Could you tell us the story of how Roa came into your life and why you decided to introduce a new kitten to the family?
Good question. I guess it was 4 or 5 years ago. Yeah, I went and got a cat, and he sort of like he's been in our family, but he just sort of gravitated towards me for some reason. Like he just loves me and he just hangs around me. So he's just like my cat. Like he will just spend all day with me, like if he could. So yeah, I love him a lot. Love Rua. That's the reason why my cat Ol is called Rua Rua as well. We got a new kitten recently that I really wanted to call Destroyer of Worlds, but unfortunately that didn't happen. Sadly, some people did not find it as funny as I did.
Destroy our worlds.
But she's been here like a week, and she's made doing anything in like FF or League of Legends an absolute nightmare because she bites at my mouse cable, which is like fine because she has like 3 teeth, so she's not gonna like get through it or anything. But she's like moving the mouse around, and she loves like chasing things on the screen.
So cute.
But she's been here for like less than a week, and today is the first day that the cats have actually started playing together.
That's so cute. Oh my
Yeah,
god.
it's like he has adapted like really quick to the kitten being here. He was hissy at first and not happy, but yeah, they seem to be sort of calming down and getting along, which is good. That's exactly what you want.
I'm sorry, I just had to like laugh a little bit. Sorry, when I heard you say like you wanted to call your cat Destroyer of Worlds.
But yeah, she's gonna be called Dow or Dowie, like for sure, you know.
Yeah, because like so there's a member of Hololive English, Kozeki Bijou. For those who don't know, she's the gem of emotions, and she has a mascot, and it's a little bunny, and his name is Geo, as in Geow, because he is the Grand Executioner of Worlds. And that is exactly,
damn, he got one up. Holy shit.
That's what it reminded me of, and I was like, damn.
I don't watch VTubers at all, but that's
Geo, he's adorable. He's such a cute little bunny, and then you hear his name's like the Grand Executioner of Worlds, and it's just the best ever.
Dude, I love it. I wish so bad that was the case. I might just call her that.
Just call her that anyways.
Yeah, fuck it. Like, what are they gonna do if she starts just responding to Destroyer? Like, they can't really do anything about it.
That's so funny.
But yeah, she's very cute. She just runs around my desk non-stop, just doing laps, chasing things on the screen, playing with her own tail. She is an absolute bundle of energy. Very funny.
You know, most people that I've met on FF are cat people. Surprisingly, like
that kind of makes sense though.
Yeah,
I guess as more like indoorsy people, you tend to like gravitate more towards cats, I guess. Kwana's the opposite though. She's an absolute dog person.
Oh yeah, I've seen her dogs, cuties.
Very cute.
Yeah, and Mara's got her own. Is it
I was gonna say I'm a guinea pig. I'm a rodent fan.
Hell yeah, we love rats. Have you met Nini?
I mean, who?
Nini from Sephiroth.
No, I have not.
If you ever see Nini, I think is her last name, and Sephiroth, they're a white-haired cat boy, and you message them rat, you get a surprise.
What? Oh, really? Okay, I'm gonna do that now.
Rat.
Wait, I think I've seen them. What FC are they in? Are they the one? Are they in the one literally called Rat?
Maybe, yes, I think.
Oh my gosh, I think I've seen them. They wear the songbird attire, I'm pretty sure.
I think so. They come to our venues pretty often. I love Nini. Nini is so funny.
Damn, and one of the surprises.
I have two guinea pigs. I talk about them all the time. No one escapes talking to me without talking about my guinea pigs. And they're actually like, they've been weeking at me this entire episode. And I've had to go out there and tell them to be quiet because I was not home yesterday and they're reminding me that I was not home.
Oh.
So now they're angry with me.
Damn.
But yeah, no, I feel that though. I feel like most people are cat people that I've talked to on FF, which is like, I get it. It makes sense.
Yeah, everyone knows my cats. Alrighty, next question. Yeah, obviously everyone knows my cats because I always talk about them too. So, Frog, what are your top 3 Disney movies?
Oh, shit. I think I have like a top 2. I don't know if I have a third. I just love Hercules and I love Lilo and Stitch, and I don't. I'd have to Google Disney movies to think of a third, and at that point, is it really a favorite?
That's fine. So, why Hercules and why Lilo and Stitch?
I guess Hercules was like the only Disney movie at the time that was like geared towards young boys. I love Greek mythology. I love the art style that they used. How the gods are all very glowy and like sort of smooth, I guess. Like they use very flowy lines and stuff. Like just all the designs and drawings in that movie are so good. I also loved and hated the PS1 game when I was a kid. 'Cause it kicked my fucking ass. But yeah, I love Hercules still. Lilo and Stitch as well is it's just such a good movie. Do I even have to explain why I like Lilo and Stitch? Doesn't everyone like Lilo and Stitch?
Pretty much.
It's so good. I love all the aliens, and I loved the TV series as well when I was a kid, where they would go around just like catching different ones.
Mm. What's yours, Maro? Your top 3?
My favorite Disney film of all time, which comes to a surprise to nobody, is Tangled.
Mm-hmm.
And then I also really love. Oh gosh, it's really hard. There's so many good ones out there these days, to be honest. Trying to think. I've been like rewatching a lot of movies lately. So Tangled. Are we talking like exclusively Disney, or are we doing like the full crossover?
We can do crossover.
Damn, because there's so many good options.
Is Pixar Disney?
Like
no, but they do collaborate.
no.
Yeah.
There's a lot of good Pixar
like,
movies.
I'm thinking like, gosh, there's so many good options. Like
Shout out to
straight
Moana.
off the bat, I can like straight out. I'm like, yep, Tangled. Damn. Now
Tough
I'm actually
question.
sitting here trying to think of I think of the top 3.
I can say mine if you want to think about it more.
Yes, please give me some think time.
My top 3. First one, Cars.
Oh my gosh, really?
Yeah.
Oh,
Life is
yeah.
a highway. Cars.
Oh, damn.
Second, Monsters University.
You like Monsters University over Monsters Inc?
Yeah.
That's crazy.
There's just something about the uni life experience that really is like nostalgic to me, that I really enjoy. And sorry, not the campus life, yeah. And third favorite, I'm tied between 2. I'm gonna have to go the one that I watch the most, and that's probably Brother Bear.
Brother, that's so good.
I watched that the other day.
It's so good.
So this is like a fun little fact. So my guinea pigs, very luckily, are biological brothers, and I actually almost called them after the bears from Brother Bear.
Oh my god.
Like their names were
Kenai and Coda?
Yeah, very close to being Kenai and Coda.
Huh.
But I changed it last minute and decided to call them Tofu and Beans. So
Nice.
Beans
Kenai and Coda
rice.
would have been so cute as well.
I know, right? It was like perfect chance because they're actually brothers, and I just anyway. Okay, I have my answer.
Yep.
Okay, so number 1, Tangled. Number 2, Big Hero 6.
Oh.
Forgot about
Number
that movie.
3, Wreck-It Ralph.
Oh wow, Wreck-It Ralph as well. Have you seen Wreck-It Ralph Breaks the Internet?
Yes, I did.
Did you like that one?
I didn't mind it. It wasn't my favorite.
Mm.
So, but yeah, no, Big Hero 6 makes me cry every time. I sob. And yeah, Wreck-It Ralph does the same. I just like, there's such like, I don't know, between Tangled and I'm just a sook anyway, so like I'll cry. And I reckon that's closely followed by Inside Out.
Oh.
Like,
I see.
You can tell I'm very sad and emotional.
Have you
You
seen?
know,
yeah.
You know, Wreck-It Ralph is about Kanye.
No way. Really?
Yeah, he's the glitch.
What?
Yeah. You haven't heard him talk about it? He's the fucking glitch.
I didn't think that was the case. What the heck? That's interesting. But yeah, I like how all 3 of us have like different favorites. It's interesting.
Yeah. Oh gosh, man, that like makes me think like I need to go back and watch more like watch more Disney movies. I don't know. Actually, thinking about it too, like Toy Story 2 is like really up there as well for me. Man.
Interesting.
Oh, the Toy Story movies are so good. I feel actually Toy Story 1 and 2 are good. I'm actually not a big fan of Toy Story 3. I'm actually kind of a Toy Story 3
after
hater.
that, yeah, for me it was yeah, it kind of went downhill there for me.
Toy
I don't
Story
know,
3 was just a repeat
four
of
messed
2.
me up.
Oh, 4 fucked me up in
bad.
cinemas too. Actually, you know what? Fuck it. I cried in cinemas to Toy Story 4. Fuck you.
Yep. I sobbed uncontrollably during 4 at the cinemas and embarrassed my entire family. So, and Wall-E. I watched Wall-E in
Oh,
cinemas
Wall-E
too
is
and
so
cried.
good. Yeah, I cried
And
too.
cried. I cried during Wall-E.
Yeah.
Oh my god, Ratatouille. I didn't think about Ratatouille.
There's so many good movies, right?
I watched Ratatouille the other night on the couch with the guinea pigs and they loved it. And Bolt. Oh my god, you guys remember Bolt?
Yes,
Yeah,
I love
the
Bolt.
dog.
The dog.
And Up as well. Up's a
And
really good
Up.
one. Up's a personal favorite of mine too.
Finding
Up's another
Nemo.
crime movie.
Finding
Hell
Nemo.
yeah, Finding Nemo.
Yeah.
I actually can't watch Up without preparing 2 boxes of tissues.
Oh. You know
It's
what
so sad
actually
for me.
makes me cry a lot as well? Coco.
I've
I
never
haven't
seen
watched
that.
it.
You haven't? No way. Oh my god, you need to watch that.
It's like Elemental. Everyone keeps telling me to watch Elemental. I need to
Oh.
watch that too.
What is that?
That's a pass for me. Sorry.
Really?
Yeah. I watched it. I was like, no. Not really.
Damn.
It's kind of giving me Zootopia.
Zootopia vibes? Okay.
Yeah. Alrighty.
My gosh.
I just want to say shout out Moana because it has The Rock in it. That's it.
Mm.
Yes.
I have yet to see Moana too. I'm gonna watch.
I haven't
that
seen
soon.
Moana, but I know it's got The
I
Rock
haven't
in
watched
it.
the second one yet.
Mm. They're gonna make a live action one as well with The Rock.
Oh yeah, okay, I'll watch it then. It's got The Rock in it.
Alrighty. Back to FF. We have like 5 questions left, Frog, before we finish the interview. You've participated in the glamour competition Glam Boss. So I was just wondering, how was your experience with Glam Boss?
Yeah, that was interesting because I had never done a glam competition before that. But I saw the advertisement for Glam Boss and I was like, I always wanted to create like a Eorzea collection account, and like the entry requirement was to have an account, and I was like, I guess I'll just enter because like it'll get me to actually finally like make an account and start posting stuff. And then I got accepted and I was like, oh shit, like I've never really been a part of a glam comp and now I'm going to be in 4 back to back. So that was interesting. Yeah, it was a new experience.
Have you
I
participated in glam comps? No, you haven't, right?
No, I'd never participated in a glam comp before that.
Mm.
But I wanted to call you out, Juice. I've been waiting this entire time.
Hmm?
This has been a trap. Becoming friends with you, getting this interview, it's all been part of my scheme.
Oh, brother.
On the first episode, Juice, when we did the Wild West theme, you said Frog has unknowingly put together a perfect suit, or like something like that.
That was just your.
What did you mean by that?
That was just your silhouette that I really liked.
Wow, just my silhouette.
Yeah,
No, I'm joking.
I'm kidding. Nah, you had a really cool glam.
that was just really funny. We were sitting in BC and we heard them. We're like, huh? What?
No, really. Like
No,
you had,
no,
I
no,
remember
no.
you had like you used the suit, right? Like
Yeah.
is it the butler suit? The
Yeah,
butler
I
suit
used the butler
with
top.
the cowboy hat, and I thought that was like really unique.
Thank you.
Yeah.
No, it was a fun time. I enjoyed it. It definitely got a bit fatiguing
Yeah.
towards the end.
Mm.
I think everyone definitely felt that. Doing 4 back to back is fucking old.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was hard. And also there was a lot of like, because that was my first time doing anything like that. There was obviously like a lot of veterans who had signed up for that, and seeing what they had created, I was like, damn, these people are like on another level. I felt. I hope that that people enjoyed my glams and my time there. But yeah, I don't know if I'd do it again, just because I was like,
it's a commitment. Yeah.
it is. It was a huge commitment.
Yeah.
It was a good time though. Like, I definitely don't regret it.
Yeah. Edian and I have actually been So we sent out a survey to a lot of people, and we have been making a lot of changes based on them. And I think for the next Glam Boss, we might not do an entire month. We might just do maybe, because even myself, as the host of the competition, was also fatigued by the fourth.
Oh, I can imagine you being the one organizing everything and putting everything together.
Yeah, by the fourth week, I was like, oh my god, I gotta stream today.
Yeah,
Yeah, like, you know, and sometimes when you stream, you kind of have to put on like a voice to be entertaining, and some days that's just not how you feel. So it's kind of exhausting, but you know, you kind of have to push through it, especially if you've made a commitment to like a whole month for this competition. So Edian and I have been thinking of ways to make it more, what's the word, like people still have to show up to the event every week, but not make it so something where it's like, oh, I have to go to this, like, oh, I have to go to that, but more like, oh, I can't wait, you know.
Yeah.
So yeah, we're thinking of ways to make it more like that, whether by reducing the weeks, or by changing it from being less individual focused to more of like a team based thing, so people can interact with each other more. So yeah, we are taking everyone's feedback and making sure the next season is better than the last. So yeah.
Yeah, I feel like from a participant's perspective, the first episode was the most fun because it was done in duos, so you really had to like collaborate with someone, and figuring all that out.
All right, yeah.
Like doing that was really fun, especially because I got to talk to Helios more, who was someone that I like knew of but didn't really get a chance to like talk to that much. And Helios is really cool. But by the fourth episode, from a production standpoint, was when everything felt the most smooth.
Yeah, that's when we started to get an understanding of how the event was gonna run and all the transitions and everything.
Yeah, I feel like for anything new, the second time you do it is like the real thing, you know?
Yeah, like even not just events, but even like, you know, technology, like the first version will always what's the word, will always be less fleshed out than the next iteration. For example, the the Z flip phone. I bought the first ever Z flip phone. And
no.
Yeah, and then yeah, that came with issues like the slippery. I mean, it was beautiful, but it was like super slippery, and the hinge. The hinge was like prone to getting dust and stuff. So
yeah.
I hardly use that because I want to keep it in good condition. But yeah, after that, like the second version, it was just like, I think one of the best flip phones that was on the market. But yeah, that applies to everything, like you said.
Yeah, for sure.
V1 is slop. Alrighty. Mara, do you want to add anything to that before we move on to the next question?
I mean, yeah, like I obviously like I judged an episode, and yeah, I can kind of agree, like, you know, from a streaming standpoint, that, you know, it can be really tiring sometimes when you're like, you know, especially for me, like if I've had a really long day and like I stream 3 times a week, and like sometimes I get home and I'm like, oh man, like I got to stream today, like come on, man. So I can kind of imagine that like big scale production back to back to back can be really tiring. But yeah, you know, it's the saying of like, you know, your first is always your trial run, and then it can only go up from there, because you kind of learn how the show's gonna flow. Like you kind of like, especially if you're high scale production with lots of transitions and lots of technical stuff, that yeah, like it's gonna be better the second time around because you're actually familiar with how the flow is. And I don't know, I'm assuming Juice is exactly like me. Like I watch back on my streams and stuff and I'm like, man, I could have done that better, and damn, I can do that better next time, and like just get really analytical and critical about it. So like I have high hopes, and I'm excited to see the next season of Glam Boss because I know it's going to be amazing. But yeah, no, I can kind of see all the points. It's it makes total sense to me.
Yeah. And I just had a thought, like when I did Hairspray, I looked back and I thought like all the possible ways of improving the next production, which was the Halloween special, and that the production on that was like 5 times more work than what I did for Hairspray. Like when I look back at Hairspray, like now I'm like, damn, like did I even do much? Like, but I don't know. I think for what it was, I think it was enjoyable, like, and it was good. And I think for what Glam Boss was at the time, it was enjoyable.
For sure.
I enjoyed the experience. And I'm sure others did too. And yeah, I look forward to the next one with Edian.
Yeah, definitely for being a spectator as well. I look forward to the next one.
Alrighty, so the next question, Frog. Have you always been a Lala when you've transferred to Materia? And if you wanted to Fantasia, what would you choose?
Oh, okay. So I started the game as a cat girl. When I brought the game, I fanted to a bun girl. And then I was a max height male row. And then I was a femme aura. And then I went back to being a max height male row. And then I finally went to Lala for the first time after being convinced by a friend. And after being a Lala, no, I've never considered not being a Lala. But there was one point on Dawn Trail patch until Savage release, I was a Femroth. Very briefly.
Oh, okay.
It was very hard to rate as a bigger character after being so small for so long.
Have you ever been mistaken?
Have I ever been mistaken?
For wheat tea?
No, I don't think so. Not at least to me. Like maybe like people have thought that I am wheat tea, but I've never had someone message me confused about if I'm wheat tea or not.
Because both of you have, well, your name's literally Frog, and he's like also a Lalafell that is like frog persona. So I was just wondering, have you guys ever, communicated before, or oh wait, you guys were both at the Materia Awards. Right.
We were both at the Materia Awards, but I've actually never talked to Wheat Tea, surprisingly. No, we haven't actually had an opportunity to talk or connect. But if he wants to talk, I'd be down, sure. But
yeah, his whole branding is like frog. Like he has a frog hat, frog backpack. And my other question was, why is your name Frog?
Okay.
That's something I've actually always wondered. Why is it Frog?
All right. What do you guys think my favorite animal is?
Oh,
a frog.
Wrong. It's
What?
not. My favorite animal is actually moths. I love moths.
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 I am not named Frog because of frogs at all. Actually. I used to skateboard a lot. And one of my favorite brands was Frog Skateboards. And I was trying to think of a new name because I was sick of my old name. And I was looking around my room for inspiration, and on my floor there was a Frog Skateboards beanie. And I was like, oh, Frog. So I just typed Frog, and then I was like, okay, well now I need a last name. And I sat there for maybe an hour, staring blankly at the screen, and I couldn't think of anything. So I just went to the next thing and just wrote Frog. So I just became Frog. and I had no idea back then that I was picking the name that I would just like become like known for. So that was a complete accident, whoopsie. But yeah, now I'm Frog Frog.
Nice. It's just something about like like names on FF that start with the same letter, like first name, last name, that I really like. For
It's such a
example,
Lala name.
yeah, for
So,
like Nook Nook, Mashumaro,
I was gonna say I'm MM.
yeah, Mara Mushino or something like that.
Maramuchino.
Yeah.
but speaking of frog and the frog head, a lot of people actually ask me why I don't wear the frog hat, and there's a story behind that too. So back when Shadowbringers came out, I actually did wear the frog hat. I grinded for it back when it was current content, and it was I had the frog hat always on because I was frog, right? Like it made sense. I had to wear the frog hat. Uh, and I got really into glam in the end game. Uh, but I had like a bunch of rules set for myself that I had like for Frog, the character. Like, okay, this is completely schizophrenic, right? But like every piece had to be from a different set, which is like something that a lot of people do. I could have no skin showing, and I had to have the frog hat on, right? And all of my glams were like this. So if you ever saw me, I always had the frog hat on. But what happened was that I started getting more and more pieces that didn't fit those criterias, and I started being like, damn, I really wish I could wear this hat, but like I can't take the frog head off. Because like that would be like betraying the frog character, right? So what I ended up doing for 24 hours is I changed my name in-game so that I was no longer Frog. I logged in, went to my glamour dresser, took all the frog heads off, replaced them with different hats, and then changed my name back to Frog. So that I never betrayed the idea in my head that was like Frog. I like this sounds like completely insane, I know, but like that was like I had to do that to like be able to take the frog head off. So I rarely put the frog head back on.
But now you have like a crown, always.
Yeah, yeah. Well, not always. Like, but my most known glam, or the glam that I use the most now, yeah, has the crown on. I love the crown.
Because you're a king.
But Juice,
huh?
Do you know what my name was for 24 hours?
Oh, for 24 hours.
Can you guess? I didn't tell you this at the time, but it actually did connect to FF. But my name for 24 hours was Charles Barkley.
Oh.
Yeah, because that was something else that was on my desk.
Right.
So Charles Barkley actually does directly connect to my Final Fantasy journey.
Damn.
Oh my gosh.
Alrighty. Okay. So your next question, Frog. What do you think is the secret to a successful venue that leaves a lasting impression?
Oh, good question. I think consistency is huge. Consistent openings, making people sort of remember you and having somewhere they can always go back to is absolutely underrated. I sort of have no problem in talking about this now because I don't think it's something I'll ever do again. But if anyone remembers, there used to be a PF running for a Materia venue survey. That was something that I was running anonymously because I wanted to get more information about like what people thought about venues and which venues were popular and how much money people were willing to spend and stuff like that. Because like I said, I got really, really interested in the venue scene. But the venues that came back as being the most known in like the poll were venues that were opening up on like a weekly or bi-weekly basis. So if you want to be a popular venue, if you want to set up a community, consistency is absolutely key for sure for success. But if you're just talking from a guild perspective, I think service is for sure the way to go.
Nice. So consistency and service.
Offering a service to people.
Yeah.
Giving them something for their money. That's not just like an item or something.
I have a question. This is for myself. Do you think Would you classify JJammin as a venue?
I think I would just you're like Noblesis Galleria. You're the same thing as we're doing, where that's just like your overarching title that you put on all of your work, right?
Yeah.
Like JJammin is you and your work.
So that's not a venue?
I don't think no. I wouldn't count JJammin as a venue. No.
Yeah. Sweet, because there's been some people who have been sending me like like affiliation thingies, and they're like for venue stuff. I'm like, sorry, but I'm not a venue. Like, I don't.
Well,
open...
I guess they just want their stuff like advertised on your server and your stuff advertised on their server affiliates, right?
True. Yeah.
I guess like it kind of makes sense in a way. Like you might not be a venue, but that is still something that you can collaborate with, I guess.
Yeah. But I have thought of opening like an actual proper venue has crossed my mind before, once or twice for different types of venues. But maybe in the future.
You should do it.
I don't know.
I'd be down to help if you wanted. Like I'm always down.
No, I'd love to just maybe just see what it's like, and for fun, but just knowing me and knowing the New Year's resolution that I had this year, I don't think weekly or monthly or any I don't want to have like a consistent opening, and that's what you said, you need to have consistency to be a successful venue, but that's not something I would do.
But I think you're also a special case in that people know your name and that you already have a set community, and you could open something and I think it would still have a success to it, and you would still have people come and you wouldn't just be like an empty venue. So I think you could get away with
Christmas stalls event juice.
Yeah, exactly. Like you've opened plenty of things and people will just show up, and I think a venue would be the exact same. Like people definitely show up.
Even if I open the venue once every 3 months.
Yeah, I think so.
I don't know, that's kind of funny, but if you say so.
I'd say just go for it. Just if you want to do it, even if you just open it one time, there's plenty of things that we've opened one time and then that's been it.
True. Alrighty, so the next question: what are your favorite venues on Materia other than your own, and why?
Good question, because a lot of things have sort of slowed down and closed, and there's not been a whole lot that I sort of look forwards to. If I see Shop A open, I really enjoy going to Shop A. Other sort of cafes I'll turn up to, things like Sadbox.
Sadbox?
Yeah, have you ever
Oh my
been
gosh,
to Sadbox?
Sadbox! I was there for their opening.
Dude, Sadbox, yeah, Sadbox is good. They're friends of ours too.
I was in an FC with them when they opened.
Oh, really? Jack and McFar
Yeah.
are like good friends of ours.
Yeah. We were in Harry Harrop's FC together.
Oh, nice.
Man, what a time.
I miss Bunboy Cafe. Bunboy Cafe was a huge one. Love Witch. And as well, the STD, the Sanctorium of the Divine Witch. That was a great time, and that was opening. Everything has slowed down so much that it's hard to give shout outs to things that are still opening. Like I'm not even sure right now what is still around. Feels like it's a lot of bathhouses recently.
I don't know if I've asked this question before. What do you think is the state of the venue scene in Materia as of right now?
Well, I guess it's kind of trying out, kind of everything is right now. We're losing players pretty fast, and people are losing interest. I think interests have shifted. Towards the end of Endwalker, everyone was just making venues and involved in the venue scene and sort of going around and doing new things. But it feels like during Dawn Trail, interest just sort of shifted, or the people who were interested in doing that stopped playing.
Mm.
But obviously with everything, there's trends. Like back towards the end of Endwalker, like everyone was making clubs, and everyone's so sick of clubs, and now everyone's making bathhouses, and now everyone's so sick of bathhouses. The next it will be cafes, and then everyone will get sick of cafes, and then
Oh.
it's
You just reminded me of a venue that I used to love going to. It was called the Black Brick Cafe. Black Brick Cafe.
oh Black. Wait, that sounds familiar.
Yeah. Um. It was like a lavender beds.
I went there. Yeah, I know what you're talking about, but like I don't remember what you're talking. Like, you know what I mean? Like that sounds like a distant memory, but like I kind of know what you mean.
Yes, it's sad to see like venues close, and you know, but I think
I wanna encourage more people to open venues. If you have an idea and you have a house, you should just do it.
Yeah, should.
At this point, the scene is dying for something new.
And also, oh, sorry.
I was just gonna say, like, jump in before I forget, because my brain is like an Etch-a-Sketch. One of my favorite venues that I don't ever see them open, but every time I see them open, I go and check them out, is the Eorzea Aquarium.
Oh, right, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
It's just so, like, I mean, I think it's because, like, I'm a crafting and gathering nerd. They have every single fish in the game, and I'm like, man, that's taking, like, curated time to, like, get it all. And, like, they actually, like, when you talk to the owner, like, I forget who the owner is, but they can tell you, like, where the fish is, like, what the window is, what the bait is, how to get it. And it's just, like, amazing to see that the venues extend past, you know, cafes or dining or nightclub into, like, you know, there's a whole ass aquarium.
Yeah.
And, like, it's not something I ever expected to see in FF, I suppose. But then again, I highly underestimated the strength of the fishing community in FF. Which is, like, crazy cool. But yeah, that's, like, one of my favorite venues, I suppose. But they're never open, and it's really sad.
Yeah, I think I was trying to push for more karaoke venues to open in Materia. But you know, I think some things are best enjoyed in moderation. Because you can get burnt out, and
for sure.
Yeah, you can like there's a venue in Elemental that opens weekly called Peaks, and I used to go there weekly, but then I started to get a bit burnt out on that. And for me, I used to open I don't even have a venue. I used to host karaoke events monthly last year. But that, even though I made like different themes every month and different co-hosts and stuff like that was a bit repetitive to me. And I did talk about this topic in one of the episodes on PRISM. But yeah, I want to focus on events that I can just do once and appreciate it for what it is and the memory that is created, and not have to I don't know, dedicate,
be attached
or
to
commit
something.
to something. Yeah. But yeah, I am gonna host another karaoke in April anyways, so it's not like I'm not gonna do it ever again. But yeah,
it's a cool thing though, and it's something that you were like in Materia. It was something that you were mostly running, and without you, it's running on a much less frequent basis for the people who actually want to do it.
Yeah. I am part of like a group of karaoke enthusiasts, and we were planning to do like weekly openings on Materia at some point, but I think that kind of idea just fizzled out because of everyone's interests changing and our schedules changing.
And as well, it's a lot of work. Like every week is a lot.
Yeah. That one venue that I go to in Elemental, they do it themselves weekly. But what we were thinking about was like a group of venues, just keeping all of us in the loop of when we're going to open, but try to keep it like a monthly thing. But nah, I don't think that's happening anymore, which is fine. That means we get to, enjoy other things in FF and other games and stuff like that. So, yeah. Alrighty, so what was the next question? So what keeps you subscribed to FF14 these days?
Good question these days. I suppose mostly Kwana. If I wasn't friends with Kwana, I probably would have unsubbed a long time ago.
Damn.
She keeps giving me like in-game quests. She's like my quest giver. But yeah, I really enjoy raiding. Whenever there's like a Savage tier. I haven't been able to do much of that recently because of work, but Savage is something that I always enjoy doing. It's just the social aspect, I guess, right now is what's mostly keeping me in the game because I'm really like not doing much. Like even right now, like I'm just like jumping around Goblet. You can find me. You can find me in my housing ward right now. By the way, if you want to come find me in game. But yeah, I guess just the social aspect. Like I just like finding people and talking to them and having a conversation and just popping in and out of things and just like doing things idly, I guess, on the side. I wish there was more to do right now, but there sadly isn't. Hopefully in 7.2 there's more of a reason to stay subbed because more and more people that I know and have played with consistently and no longer playing. Yeah. And I do miss a lot of them.
There are a lot of people in Materia, well, in Ravana specifically, that have transferred to like another data center because Materia is kind of quiet. Unfortunately, that is the reality, and we just gotta have to wait until 7.2 for it to pick up again. And I am currently the thing that's keeping me subscribed is Theater Simulator. So obviously everyone knows that I'm preparing the next production. So that's keeping me subscribed. And I guess just seeing what everyone else is doing on FF, because even if like I'm not, because I don't do high-end content, and there's currently not much. I just got to rank 20 on Island Sanctuary. I've been leaving it off for like so long, and now that I've got nothing to do, basically I did that. So for me, it's just like chatting with people and the whole social aspect, like what you said. What about you, Mara? What's keeping you subscribed?
Well, I mean, I'm the complete opposite. I kind of tend to hide a bit in between events. And like anyone who knows me knows that like if it's not an event time, like it's not a JJammin event or it's not, a glamour competition that I'm in or I'm involved in, like the only time you'll ever see me is like world hopping between the market boards. So like for me, like I started a personal quest this year to like get every crafter and gather it to 100 and do all of their relics and craft every item in the game, and like that's like a personal quest. So for me, like I'm staying subbed because I still quite enjoy crafting and like, I'm trying to work on that, and I suppose like I'm preparing for the next patch with the cosmic exploration. Woo-hoo! And like, trying to band together a bunch of crafters so that we can do it, because obviously it's a bit like Ishgardian Restoration. So like I'm just kind of like working towards that. So I suppose like my reasoning isn't like socially, because I'm like a you'll find me at my house crafting and stalking the market boards between all the worlds. But
She's a hustler.
yeah, I am a hustler. I'm always on the grind.
Get that girl.
Always on the grind. But yeah, like I have spreadsheets and everything. It's like intense. But yeah, for me, it's just, like I love this game. It's like, I think about like, I'd like to say a month ago is the first time I took an extended break from FF that was longer than 2 days. Prior to that, I played FF every single day since I bought the game. And I was the person who did like an hour of free trial and then bought the entire game and all expansions. and I would play every day for like 8 hours. So,
Damn.
yeah, right, intense. But it took me a year and a half to do the MSQ. But yeah, so for me, it's like all the side content. I'm using the downtime where it's a little bit quieter to do my side content because nobody's gonna sit there and talk to me while I'm crafting 100 Taco Del something for my orange scripts or so like it's like the perfect time I guess at the moment for me to do all the prep for when big content drops, and then like you guys are never gonna see me again because I'm gonna be on the moon with the Loporrits full time. Um but yeah, so that's what's keeping me subbed. It's just like working towards what's next. And PvP. I've gotten really into
Nice.
PvP this year.
Go
So
for top 100 next season.
Oh, you're doing
I
ranked?
wish. No.
Oh, okay.
No, never, never. I'm a filthy casual. But
That's all good.
also like I don't like know how to play anything. Like I've been leveling machinist for Palace of the Dead in PvP because I can just press pretty buttons. So yeah, I'm sorry. If you ever get me on your team with Crystal and Conflict, I'm so sorry. I apologize in advance.
Mm.
Yeah, I think unfortunately right now the patch cycle for FF is far too slow and offers far too little content
Yeah.
to keep a lot of people engaged, which is why a lot of people aren't really sticking around right now. And I
Yeah.
really hate the argument of just like, oh, just go play another game. It's like, okay, but I want to play this game, and I'm paying
Yeah.
$17 a month to play this game. Like I feel like the content that I'm getting for that $17 a month is not justified for the subscription right now.
True.
And I hate when people are like, oh, the developers are so generous. They really care about they really want you to go play other games. It's like, no, like I'm paying them. They should be like keeping me in this game. Like
Yeah.
I want to play this game.
Yeah.
Like I don't feel that way.
Unfortunately, one of my close friends has, well, like last week, unsubbed for the first time in years, gave me their FC, and yeah, it's their reason was like, yeah, slow patch cycle, getting a bit bored. It's just I see this a lot these days, like people saying like, oh, 10 years has been enough, and I get it, but I don't know, people can come and go. It's normal.
Yeah, of course. I do think that's normal, but I think for the people who want to stay, there should be more for us.
Yeah.
They need to be releasing like more content or change up like the patch cycle so that it's not every like 3 months you get a little driblet of content. I think 7.2 should hopefully give more longer lasting content with the moon stuff and the new exploration content that's coming out. Hopefully it'll have people sticking around for a bit longer.
Is 7.2 also going to introduce another field exploration thing?
Yeah, they're bringing out the Bermuda Triangle.
Right.
Hell yeah, I'm so excited for that.
I'm gonna
That'll
try
be fun
that.
to do like
Yeah.
on patch.
I don't have to do like the other ones, right, to do that?
No.
Okay, yeah. I'll give that a go.
Yeah, hopefully that brings like more of a community back to the game.
Yeah, no, to do the new field exploration is just level 100 combat job.
Sweet. Alrighty, because I've never done any of them before.
Yeah, it's just
Before we end the interview, with one last question, I just wanted to add another question. Frog, do you have any ideas that you want to come up with right now on stream?
Any ideas that I want to come up with
Yeah.
on stream?
Yeah. You know how you have schizophrenic ideas? Let's do it.
Okay. So for a long time, I told this to you, and you didn't seem too excited. But I want to do a glam competition that's way more chaotic than any of the other glam
I
competitions.
remember.
Where we just start a stream and we're filming the front of a house, and whoever enters the house, we're just rapid fire like commenting on their glam, and we just advertise in PF like glam comp right now. Come to this address, and like we just like stream their glams, and we're just trying to do everything as like fast as possible.
I was like, oh, because I was like,
the complete opposite.
I was thinking, what if no one shows up and you're just streaming an empty house for like an hour?
I would start commenting on like the ghosts' glams and being like, damn, like you see that fabric? That has to be cashmere.
Oh my god.
I think that would be really funny. We have plans for July the 4th. Me and Battle Witch. Something will happen then. I can't say what, but something will happen. I really wanted for a long time, and I told this to Juice, to open up a venue that every time it opens is a grand opening for a new venue, but at the same plot, and we just pretend like it's a different venue every time. But if you go to that plot, something insane like is happening. Like I wanted to do like a full like cafe opening, but we forgot to change the batteries on our smoke detector, and there's just like a bard playing one tune through like the whole night, just like randomly, just doing stuff like that. We wanted to do like Alzheimer's night, where like we forget the orders and everyone's names and just give them random stuff and call them random names. We wanted to do like foreign exchange night or something, where everyone has to talk with like translators.
That's funny.
We had so many like different like ideas of things that we wanted to do that like one day when I get motivation might happen. But like yeah, there's so many like funny things that we want to do, but like damn, would anyone else find them funny except for me, or am I just like laughing at my own stupid ideas? Like
Nah, I think those are pretty funny. I actually have an idea as well, but I think it's so stupid.
Alright,
I don't think, I don't know, maybe people have done it before and it probably like is super cool and like successful. But when I was a kid, I used to play with my cousins, like teachers and students with that.
Oh.
And like I would be a student, my cousin would be a teacher, and she would mark my attendance on like a roll thing, and then we would have like lessons, and we would like math class and drawing
hold
arts
a pop
class.
quiz for people.
Yeah.
We marked. Yeah. Wait.
Imagine
that might be cooking.
Imagine like I don't know, like five students like showing up on time. And then one person's late, and they get sent to detention or something.
Oh, we should have like a dunce cap and stuff.
And
like,
then you could do like a. Sorry, I'm jumping in. Continue. Sorry.
No. What were you gonna say?
I was gonna say I just thought of like a Hell's Kitchen thing where you like encourage all these like crafted culinarians to bring you collectible items, and then you like look at its collectible rating. And just destroy anybody who can't make like a 3-star collectible,
Oh my
like a
God.
top collectible.
And we have them try and like sell. We have them try and like sell what they've made to us.
Yeah.
Basically, yeah.
Like
we should. Wait. Okay. You asked me if I could come up with an idea on the spot. I want to do Shark Tank. I want to have people come up to us and like pitch ideas.
I actually wondered if that was possible, like to have people come in and be like, "This is the observation deck 3000. It's like the stargazing housing item." Oh my God!
We're like, I'll give you 10k gil for that. That's a good idea. Wait. Let's go. We'll write that down.
Writing it down. Oh my God.
It's being added to the notepad.
At the same time, I'm very distracted. I have a guinea pig on my lap.
Oh, that's okay. I have another idea, and it's more like RP-ish. I'm a huge fan of, Regency, Bridgerton. So my idea was like, this was coming. This came after the Valentian Ball. Like I wanted to have like a what's it called? Like a society, like a society.
High society.
Where you have, ranks and I don't know, like acting. I don't know. It's this idea that I haven't really fully fleshed out, but maybe people can picture this. But you have like a schedule of events for a day. Like first day at 9 a.m. Like this might be a huge commitment, obviously, but like at 9 a.m. AEDT, you go for like a brisk walk in friggin' Costa del Sol and your, I don't know, Regency dress glam, and then at 10 p.m. you have lunch, and then, I don't know, like a whole planned day of RP in this like world of.
And then it turns out to be like the Fly New Vegas White Glove Society, and you guys are all cannibals. That would be sick.
Okay. Okay.
No, that would be
No,
interesting. I think there'd definitely be a group of people who'd be interested in that.
it's yeah, it's just like a whole day kind of event thing that I don't know. It's an idea, but I don't know if it's a good one. Anyways, lastly, is there anyone you'd like to shout out or anything you'd like to promote?
Oh yes.
Go for it.
I guess promotion. We have the you already talked about it in the intro, but the Safari Day for Lala Lala coming up, which was another idea that I had for a long time that we finally get to do. So I'm very excited for that. That's something that's finally happening. Can't wait for that. That will be on next month on the 14th. Yes, I think.
Yeah.
I'm forgetting my own venue opening. Any other people to shout out? My bitch ex-husband Yadagarasu. All of the pillars of the community. Shout out to you guys. Shaker Static. Fuck you for kicking me.
Oh my god.
Shit. I don't know. I'm running out of ideas. I'm running out of people to shout out. Shout out Ponus for running the trivia. Shout out Mom and Dad. Shout out Obama.
Oh my gosh.
Shit. Who else can I put on the PRISM Podcast platform?
You're forgetting someone.
Shout out Kwanawana.
Yeah.
I know. Listen, man, she gets enough spotlight as it is. Let me get a moment, okay?
This is your
Let
moment.
me shine. God damn it. No. Yeah.
Alrighty. Well.
That's a great way to end it, you know.
Quite said that's right, bitch.
Oh, we had to actually allow that term. That's so funny.
Someone had to accept that message.
Oh my god. Okay. Well, it's been a pleasure, Frog. Thank you so much for coming on to the PRISM Podcast.
Thank you for having me. It's been how do you describe it? An imposter syndrome moment.
Yeah.
I can't believe you guys want to talk to me or like give a yap or like anybody turned up at all. I thought it was going to be a 0 viewer stream.
Honestly, like we do this for fun, and it's always fun talking to like people like you and people in the community. PRISM Podcasts, we try to be as inclusive and not just ask like famous or super popular people on, but we would like to invite people on like yourself, people who are part of the community and have stories to share and what they've been up to, and just so everyone can get to know you and others better.
You're saying I'm not one of the popular girls?
I didn't say that.
I'm just some nerd who giving a chance on your cool podcast.
Nah, you and Kwana are what? The most popular people on Materia DC. No, I'm kidding. I'm gonna get hate for that.
The Materia DC bigwigs.
Uh-oh. Is that why you wear the crown? No, I'm kidding.
Yeah, royalty.
Oh, God.
Get it, King.
Ah. Alright, yeah. Thank you so much, Frog.
No, all good.
Alrighty. Mara, do you have anything else you want to add before we wrap it up?
In terms of promotion?
Yeah, or just, I don't know, anything you want to say to Frog?
Yeah, no, thank you for joining us, Frog. It's always really insightful. And, for us and, like, for me especially, it's exciting to get to highlight different parts of the community because, like, a lot of people think of the FF community and they think of, the raids, the MSQ. So it's really nice to like sit and be able to actually show them the venue side of things because obviously like not everybody's aware. Like it's not something you really know until you really go and look. So I hope like anybody in the audience who hasn't visited a venue before, which I don't know how many of you there is, but if there is anybody in the audience who hasn't visited a venue before, this is like your number one sign to go visit the venues and support the venues because they're such a good idea. And they're amazing, and a lot of work gets put in. So thank you so much for joining us, Frog. It's just great. It's insightful.
Wait, I have one last question. Wait, I forgot to ask previously.
Yeah.
It was for Maro, actually.
Yes.
Maro, are you the lady from 7-Eleven on the radio?
What? Me?
You sound exactly like her. Every time I go to 7-Eleven to get like Red Bull.
What did she say?
It sounds like you're reading the deals.
She's
like, what's the current deal? It's like 255 milliliters of Red Bulls for $6 or something like that. She sounds so happy, but every time I think it's you.
What, really?
You sound exactly. Next time you go to 7-Eleven, you have to listen to like the 7-Eleven announcer.
I'm gonna look this up on YouTube after stream. That's crazy. What the heck?
Does one even exist? I don't know if anyone has ever recorded that and put that on YouTube.
Is that a thing on
the
YouTube?
The re-upload of the 7-Eleven deals.
Australian 7-Eleven deals lady voice is what I'm gonna type in.
That sounds like you though, but like overly happy. Like she's so happy that the Red Bulls are like 2 for $6.
I mean,
and I am too, actually. So I mean,
maybe I just need to like record that as a meme. That would be funny. What the heck?
Could honestly I would if you told me yes, I would have believed it.
Damn. Okay. Maybe I am. Maybe secretly I don't realize it, but.
All right, sorry for ending the podcast on that note. But
You're good. You're good.
That's the most like frog possible thing to do is asking if you were reading the 7-Eleven deals for Red Bull.
7-Eleven deals for Red Bull.
Alrighty,
That's
Froggy.
crazy.
Okay, we will end it at that. Thank you so much, Frog, again. We will promote one last thing before we end the stream. We have the PRISM magazine, which is available on the JJammin website. Safari Day, Frog has already plugged that. Karaoke night, so the one that I'm hosting on JJammin with Zeki is happening on April 4th. Then there's the Materia concert on April 5th. Maro's country karaoke night with Nook Nook is on when again? Sorry, April.
The 26th of April.
26th of April. And then we have Boulevard Queer, end of March. Am I missing anything?
I do have something that I want to plug.
Sure.
This is like I don't often get to plug these sorts of things because it doesn't happen all that often. But this Friday coming up, aka the 28th of February, the last day of the month, I myself am going to be doing a 12-hour stream, which I'm excited and nervous about. To celebrate Pokemon Day, and also because my Twitch community has hit 500 as of yesterday. So come watch me suffer for 12 hours. But yeah, that's like my one little cheeky plug. I don't get to do it often, but yeah, I'm doing a 12-hour stream. So like, thoughts and prayers, please, because my back is going to be killing me by the end.
Good luck. Alrighty, and that's really impressive. Alrighty, thanks everyone for watching the PRISM Podcast. Thanks for tuning in. Hope you have a good night. Bye, everyone.
Good night.
Bye.
Bye.